Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 29th of January and I have some news for you regarding EA as they have announced their financial results for the third quarter, which ended December the 31st, 2013. And they did note a year-over-year decline in net revenue. Now, total net revenue was reported to be around $808 million compared to $922 million year over year. However, digital net revenue increased to $410 million compared to $321 million for the same quarter in 2012. And 12-month digital net revenue was a record $1.86 billion, and the jump was attributed to the release of Battlefield 4. Now, unsurprisingly, the amount of subscriptions for Star Wars: The Old Republic did fall. Now, they didn't say by how much, but it was understandably attributed to the rise in free-to-play. Now, of course, Titanfall is probably one of their most anticipated titles coming up for the new year, and Wilson said that's CEO, Andrew Wilson, by the way, said that he expects the title to have a pretty good impact during the fiscal year 2015, which of course brings April 1st, 2014, as they do already have DLC in development for the title. Now, there is still yet more revenue figures to come, so do keep listening, as packaged goods and other net revenue was down, with $370 million reported compared to $568 million year over year. Now, unsurprisingly, both FIFA 14 and Battlefield 4 were two of the top three best-selling titles across platforms in the Western world, and FIFA 14 was actually number one for a while in Europe. Now, CEO Andrew Wilson made a statement reading, quote, EA's third quarter marks an exciting start to a new generation of games. We are proud to have been the number one publisher on next generation consoles in December, with millions of gamers across the globe playing EA titles on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. In addition to consoles, our mobile games, digital downloads and live services are growing year over year as we continue to deliver exciting new experiences to gamers around the world. Uptick on next-gen consoles has been faster than we expected, and EA had 30% segment share on Xbox One. Every gamer in Europe who purchased a next-gen system purchased an EA title. We are doubling down on next-gen and bringing innovative games to those platforms to users worldwide. Now, they did touch a little bit on the topic of Battlefield 4, and according to them, despite the issues that it experienced, sales were not affected. And he said, quote, we saw a decline in current-gen software, but Battlefield 4 was no different than FIFA or Need for Speed. The decline was on current-gen, rather, and wasn't due to any issues with the game itself. The game has got a long tail, and while we did see some current-gen softness noted in our prepared statement, it was not due to any quality issues. So basically, while they did see a small decline in Battlefield 4, the problems that game has been suffering did not seem to impact its sales, at least initially. It might affect it in the longer run, but that's kind of remains to be seen, and unfortunately I have misplaced my crystal ball, so I can't tell you what's going to happen there. What is rather interesting though is EA titles did represent 35% of the Western world PlayStation 4 and Xbox One software sales in the third quarter, although their Xbox 360 sales did decline by 35% for the same quarter. Now, as well as this, we have a little bit of details regarding some of their titles, including FIFA, and on a year-to-date basis, FIFA Ultimate Team, Madden NFL Ultimate Team, and NHL Hockey Ultimate Team collectively grew 60% year over year and drove digital growth. So, although it's not overall amazing for EA, they have seen some growth and some decline. Overall, in net revenue, it was a decline, and that's of course the big number, the total that we're looking at here for the entire company. There was a decline. There was growth in some areas, mainly digital areas, but there was a decline that is most likely going to be noted by everyone who's got their head screwed on over at EA. And it is important to note that their mobile and handheld digital net revenue increased 26% rather year over year, with The Simpsons Tapped Out generating $130 million in digital net revenue through Q3 fiscal 2014. And their mobile titles were downloaded over 71 million times. So while they saw a decline in their net revenue, And that was, of course, a difference of around $100 million, so not exactly small change even for a company like EA. It is important to keep in mind that they did see growth in some areas, and they are no doubt paying attention to the areas that are seeing decline and the areas that are seeing growth, and basically pushing the right ones and ignoring the others. So it's looking fairly mixed for EA, but there is quite a bit of positive in with a negative, so I suppose that's the best you can ask for. You can never really ask for a perfect year where everything grows. I suppose that's unfortunately not the world we live in. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.